Welcome back. This is News Insights. Engineer Kingsley, we heard of the statistics that was put out by National Bureau of Statistics on how 614,937 Nigerians has been killed and 2.2 million has been adopted. Please, what can you say about that?
That's almost 615,000 people.
Okay. And this happened in a year?
Yes, happening in a year. And over 2.2 million people being kidnapped in a year. And this is from official source, national body. I mean, plus minus, you can almost suggest it could even be more, because sometimes it's difficult to get all these pieces together. And like people have observed, there are a lot of countries that their population is even less than 2.2 million.
Exactly.
Like places like Kevad, Cosmos, Comoros, Seychelles, Mauritius, these are Cyprus, all these smaller countries. Even Lesotho is still below, I think Lesotho is still about 2.1 million people. A lot of countries like that, Luxembourg, many of them, their population is less than 2.
So we're saying now that 2.2 million.
So, so we can assume the whole country has been kidnapped.
Exactly.
So this is really sad. It can be worse. And it is not the president of today that can be totally held responsible for this, because the spade has eaten into the fabrics of the nation. But as a commander-in-chief, he can do something. And I believe 1 year is sufficient to record sources, not to record a repeat or even worse statistics than we have. How many people have died in Ukraine-Russian war? Nigeria is at war eventually. We're at war. And you see, that is why when we see our soldiers flexing muscle with civilians, when Nigeria is at war, it angers us. Telling people to kneel down do frog jump and do all those nonsense when you are armed and those people are not armed.
Or go and use them to collect Unidara. It's appalling.
I mean, you feel the same way too.
Me and you were owing each other. I will now go and bring police. Soldier.
We did a transaction.
A civil matter. Because they promised them small money.
It's painful.
Honestly.
We have to like ask ourselves questions. Where are we going this way? Why not deploy our resources, our military resources against this, both intelligence, incapability, and everything? Budget is being given or allocated to these people or being made for them annually. They have annual budgets, and this budget is being presented by them. What is happening? There was a time we saw one, not just one hotel was seized from, is it Air Vice Marshal or whatever? Not in this government though.
Was it Bade also?
Yeah, Bade. They say even one multi-story or whatever. How much do they pay in general to build a hotel?
Let's hear from Pastor Kingsley.
Well, what shall we do? It's just that we have to keep talking. That's our duty. That's our voice must be heard. Because we realize and know that it's not this government, it didn't start with this government. But they also campaigned that when you vote us in, this thing will be stories of the past. Ukraine and Russia have been at war for how many years now? They've not recorded this, cumulatively, they've not recorded this kind of death. How did Israel go to war with Palestine? Because some people were killed. I mean, this one is like human life doesn't matter in this country anymore. And it's very, these are only from crisis. So we have not talked about bad roads and so many other mishap, do you understand, that has happened because of ineffectiveness of government to protect its citizenry. That's what it entails. We have to look at government. They will be able to protect the citizen of its country. We bring the soldier into our internal affairs and we leave them out to protect our borders. All these terrorists, bandits, where are they all coming from? It's because of the porousness of our borders. All this armed proliferation, where are they coming from? We don't produce AK-47 in Nigeria. but it's like pure water on the streets of Nigeria. You will go to US, you will go to London, you will come back, you will not see a soldier holding an AK-47. Look at the Queen's burial or the King's inauguration. You didn't see somebody holding an AK-47. No. But everywhere, if you turn left, if you turn right, soldiers will be using AK-47 to enter Okada in Nigeria. It's so bad. Look at the amount of people in a year. And I'm sure this year is one of the most reduced ones. If we see the data of the previous years.
I want to ask us, do we employ our soldiers to do their best or to do a defined job? We don't put people in government position just to do their best. We put people in government positions to deliver certain jobs. The security apparatus is to ensure that the nation is secure. And when the nation is not secure, you see people serving out 3 years, 4 years in the same position.
And they say they are doing their best.
They say they are doing their best in the same position. You see Minister of Defense serving out. You see CDS serving out. You see Chief of Army Staff serving out until retirement. When records and the success are not being recorded, when we can't find improvement in all this, they'll be politicizing the purchase of aircraft, the use of aircraft, blah, 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 blah. Like you said, these terrorists, where are they internally?
Where are they coming from?
Are they internally grown or, what do I call it? Internally extremized
inside
terrorists? You understand? Or they are coming from outside. What is our custom doing? What our customs are busy chasing those smuggling rice.
And
food to survive with. And they have left our borders open for guns.
Are they actually inside town? Let me be clear. I don't know what our customs officers are looking for inside the country as against
external borders.
You will see them if you are traveling to Asaba. You will see them all over.
They are chasing cars.
Delta State is not a border country,
to another
except maybe in the Warri, as it's towards the water, which there's no international seaport there. You see them in Kogi.
Yes, especially that.
Before you come into Abuja, you see them in Kogi. I don't know, maybe they follow through River Niger. I don't get what are customs doing inside the road.
You see them in Gwagwalada. The car that you have bought 10 years ago, they are asking for the paper.
Exactly. You see custom officers in Gwagwalada. These people need to be flogged. We can't continue. When you know what is called 2.2 million people, and what's in it? About 2.2 trillion has been spent on ransom, meaning an average of 1 million per person.
In most cases, when you pay that 1 million ransom, they'll still kill you.
And these people are buying houses, building hotels,
and we're giving them chieftaincy title.
We're giving them chieftaincy title. And they are in charge of our security. Go and check their standard of living. So when people talk about their salary, I say, what
Let's even talk about the security officers that follow them when they are going out.
That one, and just one person. I mean, you will see a cache of military officers or police bike terrorizing us inside our own country. The country that they have not been able to make safe.
Yes. Because if the country is safe, you don't need to move around with a barrage of those.
Exactly.
Close the border against insecurity. Then you'll be able to manage the ones inside. You'll be able to manage the ones. And the ones inside should almost be known if they are Nigerians. They are from communities, they are from villages.
That's why we are advocating for community policing.
Yes. The reason we are talking about community policing, because if they are Nigerians, they are known. They went to school with some people. Do you understand? They are somebody's classmates who would know them. But you have to close the border against, like he said it, and I also said it, was it yesterday also? The countries that manufacture this arm can't have embassy here and will be identified their arm to be coming. We should chase them away.
Yes.
If you call yourself our friend, you have embassy in Nigerian soil.
Yes.
And the arms manufactured in your country
we
should ask you to
go.
Exactly.
They are not related. Belarus, Russia, all those places. They should not be our friend.
You can't control what you send to Nigeria. We need to. I understand that those controlling these powers might have knowledge that we don't have, but And on the face of it, we shouldn't trade with Nigeria.
Okafor, you have
we
said
shouldn't
something.
politicize
You
with
have
Nigeria.
said something. They were employed, trained to do this job.
Yes.
If they can't do the job, let us know that
Give
they
way.
cannot do this
You
job.
give way.
Let somebody else do this job. Do you understand? All those one are looking as if by retirement they will go. No, you get to a particular post. You're going to not go by retirement. You go by incompetence. If you are incompetent in doing the job, it's time you leave. That's the truth. Those are the things we should look at. We should leave ethnicity, I've always said it, and try behind. Because the ones that are dying now are not only Muslims or Christians or Hindu
Yoruba.
or Shinto or Yoruba. It's across board. And I can tell you, between you and I, the spread of insecurity in the north is massive. So it's not about section, regions, or tribe or religion. It's among everybody.
Affecting everybody.
Yes, everybody. And these things is affecting us economically. Like in my village, now people can't go to the farm they used to go to before. Or those farmland they used to affect because they are afraid.
And your place is not even in the north.
It's not even in the north.
And
Exactly.
honestly,
It's not in the north.
Not to talk of the north.
Not to talk of the north. Taraba, all those. If you know what goes on there, that is not reported.
The only difference is that in the north they are making effort to take over some villages like territorial control, things like that.
Which is
But
not happening in the south.
Which is not happening in the south. That's just the only difference. They are everywhere.
If you are going to Benue State now,
everywhere.
you find out that some villages have been sacked.
And we have governors,
They've been
36
sacked.
governors, and FCT minister.
And they are saying they want to have
Chief
state
security
police.
officers. And we don't even know what they are doing. I have no problem. I've always been in support of state police.
Yes.
But as it is now,
They
are not worried.
Yes.
Rather, they add more securities to move with them.
Exactly.
It's wrong. They should hold a emergency meeting with the president. This statistics was released by National Bureau of Statistics,
Yes.
agency of the government.
615,000 from we are not talking about natural death or those accidents from insecurity.
Yes.
More than 2 million.
Nigeria is at war.
Nigeria is internally we are at war.
Like that.
We will conclude with Nigeria is at war. Let's
Nigeria at war.
yes. This is still News Insights. We'll be right back.